They're like shooting him in the field at the beginning, so they counted all those deaths too because he killed all those people.
Do you like the Chucky movies?
The Trekkie movies?
Chucky. You know.
Oh, Chucky? No, Chucky's a tart. I'm a doll who kills things because I'm possessed by a demon. Good boy. That's like lame. Like Child's Play was good when it first like came out, but then they were like, you know, they made like the Chucky movies where it's
They
like
kind of made it too goofy.
it's like Child's Play 1 and 2 and 3, and I'm like, that's okay, he kills a lot of people, but then it's like they return to Chucky, and then Chucky gets a wife, and they have a baby.
Yeah.
It's like the seed of Chucky. And I'm like, that's retarded. That's like,
But they made Freddy kind of dumb too, because
well, they ended up making
I
him.
think it was in Freddy 2, I think, where
Yeah.
like he was in some insane institution or something, and he was like, I have the power glove. He made that joke.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
can't remember which one that was in.
Well, they did the same thing with Nightmare on Elm Street. They became like cheesy,
Yeah.
because that was like the way they were doing it back in the day, in the 80s. But they're like going back and retelling the backstory, like they did with the remake of Friday the 13th.
I don't think I saw it.
You didn't see Friday the 13th, the Killer Cut?
I did. Oh. Was it a director's cut or a remake?
No, it's a complete remake. It's just
Oh.
called The Killer Cut.
Oh, then no, I didn't see it.
Oh, dude, it's like such an awesome movie. Jason's mom's running through the wood chasing this chick, right? And she's like, "You killed my son, blah blah blah." And Jason is a little boy, and he's watching all the action.
Yeah.
You know, Jason's little boy watching all the action.
Yeah.
Action. Well, then the counselor kills Jason's mom. You know, to save herself. And then eventually, Jason's like, you know, big Jason and a little like scared, like undead Jason. When he's big, nasty undead Jason, he goes back and he like kills that same chick and a ton of other people. But they retold like pretty much what happened, because in the original Friday the 13th movie, his mom did all the killing. I want to cross because there's cars. His mom did all the killing. On that side of the street, and there's no sidewalk here. It's there.
Yeah.
That car's far enough away. We can cross. So, you know, his mom does all the killing in the first one, like in the original one. His mom's the killer, and then he's the killer in the second one. Well, in the remake, his mom's the killer for like the longest intro to a movie I've ever seen, and then he does all the killing in the rest of the movie. But before they even say Friday the 13th, the intro to that movie's like about 10 minutes long. It's a long intro, because you know how like you see an intro to a movie, it's a couple of minutes long, like maybe 5 minutes. This intro is like, I actually believed like I'd watched most of the movie by the time they showed Friday the 13th on it. I'm like, this was a long intro. It was like a 10 to 15 minute intro. It was horrible. And like Rob Zombie's remakes of Halloween were better than the original one.
Never saw the remakes.
He did a good job remaking Halloween, because he told a lot of stuff you didn't know about. Like, he retold the story, but he told it to the point where it's like, okay, I understand how Michael Myers is this way, you know? And then in his version of Halloween 2, he actually made a sequel to like his version of Halloween, which is what never happened with the I'm gonna like the record companies like are like, we're gonna sue this guy because he downloaded all these songs, and you know, it's like $10 for every song you download, or 100,000 or something. It's a ridiculous amount for every song you download, but they go after the people who download. The people don't know where it comes from. They don't know if it came from the record company or not. You know, they don't know where it came from, so they should find out who like uploaded it originally and then go after them.
Yeah.
Because you can track IP addresses all the way back.
Right.
Like, there are programs out there, though, that aren't taken off the internet and allow you to mask your IP address or switch them out.
Yeah.
Like, there's an ISP rotator program that lets you change your IP address, like, every 10 minutes.
Huh.
You get a new one every 10 minutes. And you can even change that, like, rate. You can set it so every minute and a half, your IP address changes. And I'm like, that's bullshit. I'm like, why doesn't the government go after people who make those programs?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
government should go after the companies who are making the programs that allow people to do like P2P exchanges and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't come after me in any way.
Well, they did. Well, they did go after.
Yeah, they did. I heard about that. They went after LimeWire too. They were like, watch LimeWire. They got Napster and they made Napster pay.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, we gotta charge you like so much a song.
Sucks too, because I used to use Napster back when it was, you know.
Yeah, me too.
Free.
I did
Napster
too.
was awesome.
I did too. And then Napster's like, apparently sharing files that are copyrighted without paying for them is legal. But they started charging
know
them.
that.
Yeah, they didn't know that. And then it was like, oh, so then I stopped totally doing that. I was like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Because I was a kid, I didn't know, you know. I was in junior high, and then I'm like, oh, that's bad. I should probably stop doing that. I've never broken the law.
Ever.
Well, I've broken laws, but I've never been like, you know, arrested or charged.
Caught.
Yeah.
No, I've been caught. I got
Oh.
caught having sex in a public place.
Oh.
In a car in a public place. But still.
Really?
We were trespassing, yes.
Oh.
I was scolded by police about jaywalking, but never charged with anything because I just kept going and ignored the guy. Apparently you get fined for jaywalking. And I wasn't even really jaywalking, I was following the crosswalk, but I was just outside the outer line, and he screamed at me. But I'm like, there's another person taking up the whole walk with a bike.
Yeah.
Come on. I got yelled, noise disturbances. I had one of those. But I've never actually been charged with anything. Oh.
Come back or something?
No, like there's this place downstate called Schmenke's. There's also a place called Rack 'em Up.
Yeah.
But they're billiard lounges. They have a bar, they have darts, they have tables, they have music, you can socialize. But they have like 10 pool tables. And it's $5 an hour to rent a table.
Cool.
It's $5 an hour. They'll let you do a tab with cash or credit card. Most places just accept credit cards for tabs, but they do tabs with cash or cards at the end of the night when you go to cash at your table.
Yeah.
And you're paying cash, so like, you know, you also have a tab, and then they go, your tab is blah blah blah. So between the table and the tab, this is how much you owe us. Hey. You know, and they mostly serve beer. They don't serve mixed drinks. They serve beer and like stuff like that. You know, sometimes you can get stuff mixed, but it's not like too intricate. But they should have a place like that up here, and they don't.
Yeah.
I actually had the idea to open a bar and call it Speakeasy, you know, like speakeasies back in the 40s where you could drink but you couldn't talk about it.
Right.
And I was like, I'd make it a billiard lounge.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Good night, folks. See you later, Chris. Good night.